Well, my name's Kevin C. Carr. I studied clowning in 1989 at Ringling Brothers Bar and Belly Clown College in Venice, Florida. 10.5-week school at that time, and it's fluctuated throughout the years, but pretty much, 2.5 months. And I guess if I was to say I have any mentors, I have a lot of idols, but a mentor in my mind's eye is someone that you are kind of like an apprentice to. And that's my personal opinion. So I guess my mentor would be, well, primarily Greg DeSanto of Ringling Brothers Bar and Belly Circus. I mean, I was fortunate enough to work with that mad genius lunatic for 2 years. So he was the type of person that was able to bottle my chaotic, kinetic, freaking energy, and for that I am grateful. I've been able to market it since. And then, of course, I think the first mentor, I never worked with him, but the first one to introduce me to clowning would have to be Steve Smith of Clown College. I mean, he was my director of Clown College. Never got to work with him. He got to work with me. So those would be my two mentors. I'll start with the clowns that are close to my heart, which would have to be Jeff Jenkins of Ringling Brothers Bar and Belly Circus and of the Midnight Circus in Chicago. You watch me perform, and a lot of Jeff Jenkins has rubbed off on me. I mean, cross between Jerry Lewis, the Tasmanian Devil, that's Jeff, and to an extent, that's me. I'm just like a baby Jeff, I guess. I don't want to say that I'm exactly like Jeff, but he has definitely influenced me, because he was the first teacher I ever had at Clown College that said, just let it go, man, go for it. So that would be Jeff. Rocco Paris of Ringling. There's a lot of Ringling clowns. Rocco Paris was another teacher of mine who was the complete opposite of Jeff Jenkins and of me, but he was the one who inspired me to learn how to pull my energy back so I wasn't just a big giant bowl of freaking penny pasta out there. If there was any clown that could play Buster Keaton in like a biopic of Buster Keaton, it would be Rocco Paris. And then, well, for me, the ultimate would have to be Peter Petofsky. And Peter Petofsky, Jeff Jenkins, and God knows how many other people down the road. I mean, Peter is just, holy smokes, that man is a lunatic, but in the best of ways. Totally harmless, uninhibited, absolutely bonkers. And I don't like to use this word that often. I reserve it for people like Buster Keaton and Charlie Chaplin and Harold Lloyd. But Peter's borderline genius. So yeah, those are the three clowns that, and every comedy comes in threes, so I have to keep it to three. So. Oh, well, I mentioned one of them. Buster Keaton would be my number one. When I was a kid, though, it would have to be Jerry Lewis, because every Sunday after church, and yes, I did go to church. It was an altar boy and everything. After church, I'd come back and I'd watch Martin and Lewis. And now Dean Martin is one of the most brilliant straight men, but I am not a straight man by any means. I'm a goof, so I related more to Jerry Lewis than anything. And of course, like I said, Buster Keaton, and keep it in threes. He's not a clown the way we do it, but he is a clown at heart. Would have to be Steve Martin, the wild and crazy guy. Awesome. Well, I've been a clown going on 19 years. It will be 19 whole years in August. 1989 to now. So, and I've been clowning consistently since then. So the insanity has been 38 years since I was born, but as far as professional, I'd say 19 years. What was the other question?
What was your first clown memory?
Oh, my first clown memory was walking into clown college in Venice, Florida in 1989. Damn, I'm going to reiterate how old I am. Walking into that arena in Venice, Florida was like walking into a giant toy box, you know. It was just like this portal to a whole new, twisted, beautiful world that I have just become a part of. Sorry, did I lose it there for a second? Got emotional. Will be Ringling Brothers. I mean, I was a baby when I went to clown college. I was 18 years old. I was a baby when they threw me on the road. And they threw me, and I landed on my head. And ever since then, I've been spinning on my head. So, yeah. The venue would be Rosemont, Illinois, right outside of Chicago. Well, that's a good question because I love them all. I mean, Circus Street, hospitals, theater, film, TV, all of it. You know, they all have their perks. You know, film is everlasting. TV can be everlasting too. Um, Theater and circus are my roots. That's where I was born into. I was born into the theater and then, you know, my teen years were spent in the circus. So I'd have to say the circus and the theater because it's live entertainment. I, you never know what's going to happen from one performance to the next. So, you know, I would have to say that I prefer the energy of the audience right there in my face. So I can go right back in their face. Oh God, I don't. I don't overcome it. I embrace it. I absorb it like a frickin' sponge. Come on, man. That's all comedy is. Sorry, I lost it. That's all comedy is. It is pain turned inside out for everyone's amusement. And, you know, my head has been a mop on several occasions. And, you know, chaos is cleansing. So, yeah, to answer it, I think I just did. How do I create new work is through improvisation. I love improvisational acting, comedy in general, you know, thinking on your feet. Um, you give me a chair, you give me a spoon, you give me give me a tampon. I'll find something funny about it. And when you find something that just creates a gut bust of laughter from any one, it doesn't have to be everyone, I prefer everyone, but one person, you hold on to that and you isolate it in your brain and preferably write it down so you don't forget it. And so, yeah, the primary source is through improv. And my inspiration for my work is human nature. Come on. Come on. Human nature and arrogance is the best. Arrogant people are my favorite because they take themselves way too seriously and they have no clue that you're making fun of them until like 20 minutes after the fact and their friends have just told them that that goof man, he totally ripped you open. So arrogance, ignorance, human nature, the worst of people. The best of people is a little hard to make fun of. So, but the beautiful thing about human nature is that, in humans in general, is that we're fallible. So that's always a constant source of comedy. Oh, come on. No rules. Okay, well, one. No, 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 man. No freaking rules. I am a nonconformist, man. That is me. I hate to conform to anyone. Yeah.